Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for that intro, Chief. That was awesome. Before we get started, let me ask you this. There are some people who would definitely say we're making a mistake in painting this brick. We're going from something that is zero maintenance, basically, where you just power wash it every couple of years, clean it up, to something that has maintenance, where it's paint, you know?
Right.
You're gonna have to repaint it and do touch-ups, all that stuff. So what's the main reason, though, that we're painting this?
Because we want to.
That's right, because we want to. So a lot of people, like these neighborhoods, these historical neighborhoods, they have a lot of strong opinions about people who paint houses.
Yes.
And like my neighbor just painted his, and he had people walking by. They didn't know he was the owner, and they were like, oh, I wish they wouldn't paint these old houses. And he just kind of laughed, and he's like, what, you don't like it? So it's just, we just want to throw that out there, because I know some of you would probably be like, don't do it, but ultimately we just want to, and we're gonna do it. So yeah, let's get started.
Even if we painted it and the paint started to like fade and chip, I think that would just look like it had more character.
These are like barely in there, which is a good thing. When I make my shutters for my house too, it's gonna be real important to me that they fold like this. I just want them to be able to do that. They're more versatile when they can fold like that.
I want him to redo the shutters, and I want him to put like a heart or either like a tulip like cut out, because I want it to look like really cottagey, you know? I've always wanted to do that. But I'm excited because we just talk about it all the time. It's exciting to finally do something, not talk about it.
Speaking of doing something, can you hold this funnel for me? Oh! 25, okay. So I'm actually gonna go to 40. I think with this 40, it's gonna be more than enough for what I need. And my theory on this whole thing, and correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I'm just doing a basic wash of this to get any dirt, debris, spider webs, all that kind of junk. I'm just trying to blow all that off. Anything that I can't get off with this 40, I'm gonna pretty much assume that it's not coming off, and when we paint over it, it won't have any adhesion problem. So that's my theory. I don't think I need to get crazy with it like I did on the driveway here. There's really no point to do that, but let's get after it. So that's gonna wrap it up for the front of the house. We've got everything we can get from the front yard access, and it looks super clean. I'm really pleased with it. This thing is gonna be ready for a coat of primer and paint before we know it. But now we're gonna go ahead and head to the back and just knock that out too. There's not much back there. This is kind of the main portion, but I'll show you some other challenges we have. All right, so we're in the back now, and on a side note, we did get a pool. Just want to mention this. This is the pool because we got a price, and the guy was like, yeah, they're starting about 90,000. It's like, no way, but yeah, there's the pool. So here's our challenge back here. We really like these vines. They're really awesome. They're blooming big time because we're in spring, and I've got to not only power wash behind that and clean it up, we're gonna have to paint behind these. So I guess I'm gonna try to gently pull these off. I don't know, plant expert, do you want to do it? Because I don't want to get blamed for it.
No, I mean, every winter they do die. and then they come back and do this. So I think that we should trim it.
Trim it, okay.
Trim it and then pull down the bottom, lay it sideways, and then lay it back when we're done.
I just want to start power washing. Are you gonna cut it? Or you want me to?
No, you can pull it off and I'll come back and trim it up.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just pull it all off.
Okay,
Lizards included.
that's what I needed.
There's gonna be a lot of lizards because they all live in this. Yeah, just rip it all off and then I'll trim it and lay it back when you're done.
This is crazy. It actually has a strong grip to it.
Yeah. It's like little hands holding on.
You hear that? Listen to that. That's crazy.
Oh, you can see, like, look, all the
yeah, it's like embedded in there. Ooh, it grows up this really good because these are all textured.
Yeah.
So it can like grab.
Stay textured. Paint's not gonna.
It'll fill in barely, but not much.
Yeah. So I think if I trim it, maybe you can see better.
Okay, I think I could power wash the rest of this little stuff off.
Yeah. Look, there's that lizard.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, right? You think he's behind the vines or something?
Ooh.
Usually lizards are in here too. You see any?
Dang, look at that. They made the lines from the bricks.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. Here. Chief, you're crazy.
Some of the plants are just so close to the house.
Is that it, or does it turn the corner too?
No, this is it.
Okay, cool. At our old house, we had a kind of a play set. The kids never used like the tower part of it, but they used the swing set part of it. So I gave the tower part away, and then I just lag bolted this into this tree right here. It's actually pretty cool. That concludes the pressure washing of the brick. Now those vines are a lot harder to take off than I anticipated. I had this little cheapy plastic brush. It's like a scrub brush, but I actually think I need to go to the hardware store and get a legit wire brush because this just ain't doing it. Like it gets a little bit of it, but all those little hands that grab it off the vine, they're just not coming off. I don't want to get a higher pressure tip either, because even with that tip, that's like the weakest tip I have, and it's still blowing out some of the mortar. Like when I'm spraying and I spray right in front of me, I can feel little pieces of sand coming out and hitting me, and you can see right here, it's all mortar, is what I'm assuming. That's what it feels like. I don't think it's the brick breaking apart, but just those joints. So I really don't want to get a really strong tip and tear that up. So we're just gonna do that manually, probably off camera. I don't think you guys want to watch me scrape a brick wall with the wire brush. But as far as the first step in getting this house prepped for painting the brick, we are complete. Now we're not gonna paint the siding quite yet, so I'm not going to pressure wash that yet, but that one will be probably even easier than this. Just pass that over once with the pressure washer, and really it's just this back half and around the other side of the shop that has that siding. But yeah guys, step one and a big game-changing look to this house. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with us on this video. Let me know if you have any tips about painting brick. Like I said, we've never done this before, and let us know application wise. I'm gonna have us out here rolling this, I think, and brushing. We're gonna have really thick naps on our rollers and brushes that can get into all those grooves. Definitely don't want to spray this one. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily spray brick. I'm not sure, it just doesn't seem like it would work for this. But in some regards, I mean, it would really get in all that texture. I don't know. I gotta figure this out, do some research online. But other than that, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this video, and I will see you on the next one.